Hi everyone, I'm Angie from Tink's Treasures, and I've got a fun project to share with you today. If book journaling is your thing, please go ahead and like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go ahead and embellish this journal that I created last week, and let me show you what I have to work with. So this is the journal that I went ahead and made last week, and I was using the papers from Bookish from the Echo Park collection, and I went ahead and made this book journal with this wire binding. I also created this laminated dashboard that has a pocket right here, and then I used the papers to create these dividers, and I put the tabs at the top for this project. And then I went ahead and made these book journaling pages to insert into the book. So I have different ones, books to read, books I have read, just to keep track of what you're doing, your wish list. If you're an audiobook person or a podcast person, you could keep track of what you have here. I went ahead and made a border at the bottom of all these pages just to keep it cohesive. There's more of these dividers, another page for keeping track of books that you're lending out to people, books that you get from the library, and then if you want to go ahead and do a review of your books that you're currently reading. And then I made this spot in the back just as like a doodle page, I guess is what I'm thinking, or just a journaling page, or if you're going to be embellishing with like washi tape or torn pages or whatever you like to put in here. This was in the back of the book. So what I would like to do now is to go ahead and embellish the book. I need a cover for this. And in this collection, I'm going to keep this because I feel like I could easily fussy cut these out and use this as embellishment also. And then I also have some scraps left over from making the pocket and the dividers. So this was like text on one side, different typography and words, which I really liked. And it always kills me that something really nice is on the back of like the cut aparts, because I also really like the cut aparts. So I have this to use. I have some scraps if I need them. And then it also includes this nice sticker sheet. And this kind of goes along with the idea of what I was doing for my pages, having a stack of books lined up at the bottom of your page, ties it all together, and then all these nifty stickers. And then I saved the cut aparts for last. I want to go ahead and pick one of these out for my cover, and then maybe just embellish some of the dividers in there. So I'm going to cut these out and then work on the cover. Okay, so I pulled this one apart or set it aside because I want to go ahead and use this on my cover. I just like all of the different collage elements here. Oh, I have one more. This one would be really fun too. Okay, I'm going to reserve the right to change my mind, and I think I'm going to go with this one instead. I just think it looks better and it pops off the page a little bit more. And then on the sticker sheet here, I'm going to pull that and just add it here because it's going to match with that really well. For this part of the book, I want to go ahead and add a pocket right here. So I'm going to measure and then score and then just adhere this on just to have an inside pocket here. So that's like 8 1/4. So I'm going to do a 1/2 inch on the left side. And then 8 1/4 from there. I might just make it 8 just to be safe. We'll see how 8 1/4 works. And then I'm going to go over another 1/2 inch just to get my tabs to pull under. And then I always just cut off these little corners just so you don't have any bulk in there. And then down here at the bottom, they have these stickers. This looks like a border. No, they're individual, so that would be really nice that you can put those where you want them. Then because this is so busy, I'm going to look for something more like this that will contrast it and you'll be able to see it against the background. So I'm going to choose this one just because I feel like it blends also with this paper over here. And then I'm just going to put it down here, and I'll probably leave this as open as, you know, a part to be able to be used as a pocket. This is the part in the first video where I was making my dividers and good old Cricut ate my page. So I'm going to try and find a way to cover that up nicely. So I'm going to jump around a little bit just because like I have these pages and I saw this cute sticker here. So I want to add this right up here. And then when I add stickers, I like to put them off the page just so they don't get lost in the graphic. And then I left this side open right here, so I'm not going to cover it with stickers there. We'll just put them up here. And then because this is in this section, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. I don't know. I keep deciding whether or not to tuck these in or not, but I think I closed this one up. Oh, there it goes. Okay, this is what I'm going to call mostly completed. I do have some stickers left over and some cut aparts left over and even some scraps, but I'm going to hold on to those so I just don't willy-nilly fill the book. And if I want to use them for other projects, I still can. So here's what I have. These are stickers and stickers, and then this one here, this says, "This is my favorite story." And then of course it says, "Escape into the pages of another world." And I just wanted to pick this because it popped off the page and it matched the flowers on the front, and then these matched as well. Of course, the whole thing coordinates because it's a collection, but I just thought it went together well on my cover page. And then here is my pocket for whatever. And then this here is my other pocket, and I have a video of how I created this using a laminator. So I'll put a link in that below also. And then just using the different cut aparts is how I went ahead and just decorated my divider pages. This is a sticker, and then I did leave this open here. I might move that over later just so that if you want to get into it, you can. And then some more cut aparts and stickers. And this is a sticker that was left over from the border. The border is right here. And then of course this is the sticker that says Book Lover. I did add a few stickers inside the pages, but again, I didn't want to waste them to just putting them here just because, but they do brighten the pages up. And this went really well with the audiobook part. And then this matched the paper really well. So sticker, sticker, sticker. And then I just thought it matched the paper well, but I wanted to be able to break it up so that you don't lose it against this background. And this is another sticker. And then this is another little cut apart. I just think looked well. And again, I actually have two of these. These stamps here that have different sayings and dates on them. One is Stampin' Up, and I'm not sure where I picked this one up at, but they would look really cute stamped in here, even if you're just going to stamp them for looks at this point. But it would be useful if, you know, you're lending out your books. Another stamp that I thought worked well there. It's a stamp, but really it's a sticker. And then here we have Plot Twist. And I picked these just because it coordinates so well with these colors. And this one here was Hiding My Cricket Oops. And so you can get something in here if you wanted to. Here's your book reviews. And then on the last one, I combined these two cut aparts together just because I thought it worked well. It says book notes, and this was like a little list that you could make your notes with. And then this was a sticker also that I added. And then on the last page, these are layered stickers and the two cut aparts. And I did leave this open so that, again, if something wants to be put back there, it can be done. And then these are miscellaneous pages, my inside cover, and the back cover. So that's how I'm going to leave it for now. Like I said, I still have some leftover pieces that if I want to go ahead and put, you know, in the book or just make other projects with them, I have that left to do. So I'm going to wrap this up. I appreciate you taking the time to work on this with me. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. And I might edit this out as I'm struggling using like the score tape. I need to reorder some fast drying glue. Otherwise I would have glued it and it would have been so much faster. But hey, tell me what you like to use as far as adhesive, because from way back in the day, I still have my tape gun, but I'm out, and so I need to get refills. And I still like using this a lot. I think I saw someone make a video saying, oh, it's going out in 2026, and I'm sure this was out a long time ago. But I still like it, but it doesn't help that I'm out of the insert for the adhesive. So anyway, let me know what you like to use as far as adhering things into your books. And then, as always, if you are new here and you wanted to subscribe, that would mean a lot to me. And if you could go ahead and give this a like, it is free for you to do, but priceless for me. So until next time, I appreciate you watching and happy crafting. Bye!